call Bowser honest.
So I'm cheering for the honest character.
I'm not sure that's what I would call Bowser.
Yeah.
But we'll see as we hop into this. I don't.
PS2 start as usual, right?
I was gonna say I don't know what stage we started on, but I mean,
is,
we could guess.
Yeah,
we could
stageless
guess.
is gonna be the standard kind of Chicago in one. If you can, if you've seen it around, right? Standardly, we're gonna go to PS2 as per usual, right?
Yeah.
But Praspian coming out the gates with a pretty demanding set of neutral, but Bowser just runs in with a grab.
Yeah, immediately. I mean, KurtSwitch is just going to run in and immediately in like 2 interactions, even up the percentage, almost exactly. We're able to find a grab on that mistime forward air on the shield, right? So we're able to get a little bit of frame ref on the neutral, get up good stuff. That's a jump, but Praspian able to make it out of the corner, but you're already at kill percent against Bowser. That is just not a good place to be 30 seconds into the match.
Especially as Inkling, one of these characters that really kind of has to work for their openings. Praspian, no slouch either, but that back air just throwing it out. Bowser will be killing you. I want to point out here, Inkling worked really hard at the very beginning of the game, played neutral really well, got a few hits off. Bowser, up throw, fair, F tilt. You are at the same percent. I'm sorry, man. That's just how the archetypes go.
Three hits, and we are even in percentages. But here's KurtSwitch being really patient on the ledge. Goes for the grab, trying to find a little bit of something, but unable to.
Wow!
And yeah, really good on the splat, like tossing Splat Bomb immediately up on the platform right there, right? If you miss the interaction, it's fine. Splat Bomb can bail you out of jail. If you win the interaction, then you get out of jail free a little bit. But KurtSwitch is just keeping it moving. Goodbye. Ooh, just barely holding in on that down B, making sure that we do not get spiked. Good stuff coming out from Praspian.
Hungry for more, looking for that. I think that was the back air or up air. He threw out something, ready for just, maybe if I air dodge here, I can catch this, but Praspian trying to do his absolute best not to get killed here with Bowser with so much rage. However, is going to do it at 173, right?
Just a raw up air in the middle of the stage, able to secure a first stock for us. Good stuff coming out from Praspian there, able to find a little something. That spinning, what is that? It was a whirling fortress or whatever it's
whirling
called.
Fortress, something of that sort, right?
Yeah.
One of Bowser's best moves. Out of shield option is just so strong. Inkling, however, right, such a safe character, but when you throw a Splat Bomb in his face, it's not exactly safe.
Yeah, not a whole lot, and there is that down air just straight from the ledge. KurtSwitch kind of on the prowl there, able to find a quick Bowser bomb.
Especially on the platform. That's going to absolutely seal the stock. I mean, this is one of the problems I'm seeing with this matchup off the rip. I mean, even though all sets are best of 5, so we're going to have to see how this kind of evolves here, Praspian usually is a lot more on top of these frame traps. So, instead of going for, maybe something here, he's just going to take a lot of percent because he's not able to find these big combos that he usually would see from him. But KurtSwitch, a great player in his own right, so that's just how it is.
Yeah, and I'm really liking right now what coming out from KurtSwitch. Ooh, we're able to find a
good match. Great match from KurtSwitch.
I was going to say what I really like coming out from KurtSwitch is actually just the patience that he has on ledge, knowing that he's allowed to do really whatever he wants. But Praspian able to secure a quick stock with that forward air, but it might be a little too late, right? We've got KurtSwitch kind of on the prowl there, catching the up B with his own little flame breath. No up smash on the landing. Praspian able to counter Lucky Stars a little bit. Can we find a little opening? Yes, we can. A quick 28%. I like thinking about being patient there, but being a little too overzealous and getting caught with an up tilt. KurtSwitch taking game number 1.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the things, right? Praspian a Blono, residential area. Also, I want to point out this UI is amazing. We're on weather watch. It is weather time. There's a storm brewing. Anyways, Praspian, a local resident, he's had so much experience. Not too many Bowser players here.
Bowser is kind of like a rare character these days, right? I mean, in a meta where it's all about that punish game, it's all about how far you can take every interaction, a character that is as large as Bowser is, who is as heavy and kind of cumbersome to pilot, it is hard to make him work in these in the current day meta. So, I mean, KurtSwitch doing the best that he can, and Praspian kind of putting Praspian on the back foot here as he tries to find maybe a bit of an opening. Maybe we might want a little bit of a wider stage, maybe.
Sure.
Something to give us a little bit more room to run around Bowser. I mean, he might be fast on the ground, but those grounded moves are not always, the best option.
Yeah.
But we are going to run it back to PS2.
Run it back,
right? We're going to hop right back onto it. I think we're going to see a lot of sets on PS2 today.
Yeah.
Entire sets on PS2. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, even though it's best of 5 and you would like to see, maybe a bit more character or stage variety rather, I mean, PS2 is just such a comfortable stage for everybody. Everybody's playing on PS2. Everybody can play on PS2. And Praspian coming out pretty strong here. But Bowser gets one grab, and you're going to be at 37 from up throw fair.
Yeah, we're able to find a little bit of percentage, right? KurtSwitch for the first time, actually kind of on the back foot. We're able to find a quick get-up attack. I love that a lot coming out from Praspian, able to find a quick roller. But KurtSwitch is going to, there's that B reverse on the flame breath, able to find a little bit of something, right? Kind of stop the bleeding. And, I mean, at this point, you're at 107%. So one good back air just like that is going to secure the stock. And all of a sudden, all of that hard work that Praspian put in is now completely completely gone thanks to KurtSwitch.
Yeah, I mean, even the fact that Praspian was 100%, I want to point out KurtSwitch was also at 107%. So, I mean, the rage is just there. But is that going to kill? Yes, it is. Up throw, up air. Looking like Fox for Melee out here. I believe that's the, what is the name of that combo? I can't remember.
It's
the
Booyah,
right?
Yeah, the Booyah confirms.
He'll look at the percents. Oh, I know this guy. He's going to hit by this for that.
Yeah, able to find a quick 28, but it doesn't seem to matter. KurtSwitch is on the prowl. He does not care about anything, and there is that patience again coming up from KurtSwitch, right? Just running up and holding shield, knowing that Praspian is going to get antsy and swing out of the corner. Wow. Right? There's KurtSwitch securing another stock so swiftly. What an opening for KurtSwitch.
Yeah, I mean, Bowser just looks so dominant right here. I wonder how this matchup exactly goes. I mean, I don't know if Praspian has another character that can specifically count this, but the jab block, the roll read in, not able to find it. Bowser's just so heavy.
Yeah.
Back to the ledge. Praspian, how's he going to play out of the ledge? KurtSwitch swings out. KurtSwitch gets the grab again, not able to find the fair. Praspian gets back to center stage. How can he try and secure this kill here?
Thankfully for Praspian right now, right? KurtSwitch is almost completely covered in ink, although it is starting to dissipate there, but it does slow your movement speed. It does make you take a little bit more damage, right? So that's really good for you, but KurtSwitch just catching the landing with a back air, taking another game for himself in a very dominant fashion. Praspian is kind of on the back foot and is like unable to really get too much momentum going, right? KurtSwitch is just kind of running all over him, kind of not really caring, playing very patient for like a round one duels, right?
Absolutely.
And so we'll see exactly how we're able to, what Praspian's able to do here. We are going to move to small battlefield.
Yeah, we're
maybe
the switch to small battlefield.
Switching scenery a little bit
here.
Not necessarily a wider stage.
Yeah, not
like
not
I was kind of
bigger.
hoping. But, I mean, hey, with the wider stages does come smaller blast zones, so maybe that's what we're thinking, right? We don't necessarily want a smaller blast zone against Bowser forward air.
Right? Especially against Bowser, right? You kind of imagine that maybe you'd want a stage that has a little bit more edge guardable, but like potential to edge guard here. You know, maybe I assume we would have seen like a battlefield ban from Bowser, something like that, to push him onto say maybe the triplats instead of being able to use that triplat, or the dual plats rather, instead of being able to use the triplat. So we're going into game 3 here. Praspian's down 0-2 right now, so we're gonna see how he can maybe make a change to happen. You know, how are we gonna play? I'm seeing a lot more neutral play, but KurtSwitch gets any hit, and it's just looking disastrous like instantly. But Praspian is out of the corner pretty fine, and this candy playstyle is kind of what you want to see in this matchup. Yeah,
you really want to see Praspian kind of play a lot more with punish heavy.
Oh yeah.
I noticed that Praspian is being a little too antsy. We saw it right there, right? Went for a back air where KurtSwitch really wasn't really scared of anything. So I think it might have been better if we went for if we just waited for that down air to come through, or waited for KurtSwitch to do something, but there is that tomahawk, right? Just that empty hop under the platform while Praspian is shielding, make him scared of something. We're able to get the fully charged forward smash, but it's not going to take the stock, unfortunately, for you. And there it is again, Praspian just not being patient enough in these kind of situations where he has all of the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm noticing here is Praspian really like sometimes starts to see red. When Bowser's at like 159%, 160%, you know, these big deep red percents, backdoor's not going to kill. Inkling is just not a strong backdoor like that. But, you know, up air will definitely kill. So KurtSwitch only really has to keep a few things in mind. It's really his roller and it's up air, and it's fair in the corner, right?
I mean, that's always been the biggest issue with Inkling as the meta has progressed, is Inkling just does not have the damage output in order to keep up in current day meta, right?
Surely
his back throw is
surely
barely
it
the back throw kill.
Surely Bowser at 190% against Inkling in the corner on the ledge will kill Bowser, but Inkling 61%, not the hardest amount of percent to get. You know, you could definitely make that happen, and now we're there.
Yeah, now we're there, but the problem is never the damage. The problem is always taking the stock,
Absolutely, right?
That's always, you can tack on as much damage as you want, but if you can't find the stock, it's not going to matter. We're able to secure a forward air out of the corner there, right? And this is kind of the name of the game here, right? There's KurtSwitch immediately trying to apply pressure. Praspian swinging out of the corner, catching KurtSwitch a little off guard, but it's not going to matter, right? There it is again. KurtSwitch catching Praspian, being aggressive when he's scared. We have to slow things down. We have to slow it down. We have to be patient.
Yeah, I want to point out Praspian got super antsy there, and that's why he lost the stock. He kind of got scared. He kind of rolled away, I believe, and then, is this might not going to kill? Not quite. Yes, it does.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're in even standings. Praspian could make this happen, but what I'm seeing what's coming out from Praspian is a lot of these antsy rolls, I'm getting scared, let me roll away, choose a defensive option. KurtSwitch almost able to smell the fear in a way that only Bowser can do, and that's one of the things that Bowser really needs to have.
Yeah. It's just you need to be – Bowser really wants you to be scared of him, and we're able to find that down air. We're already on last stock situation here, and it's getting scary, right? Because Praspian really needs to find more damage. We're able to find a roller, right? Ooh, I like the idea on the splat bomb, but we're unable to find anything. Yeah, get out of dodge, right? We saw flashes of that in that last stock, and there is fantastic parry, but Praspian able to get out of danger there. We're swinging for the fences here, and there is that late nair into the back air to secure a 3-0 victory for KurtSwitch over Praspian.
Yeah. I mean, just one of the amazing things about Bowser is he can blow you up at any given percent, right? There was a back air like just before the other one came out with the nair back air. I was like, that might have killed.
Yeah.
And then he showed me it absolutely will kill.
Oh, 100%.